Hello everyone and welcome back to Sherbertland. We broke our perfect record. We had a week off. It sucks.
It's all your fault.
It's all my fault for going to nowhere, United States. Oh, we'll have a lot to talk about for a week in review. 2 weeks, rather. Although, really, I don't remember much of any of it. Because, okay, let's get this out of the way right now. I went to Montana. United States.
The restaurant? Okay.
No. Oh, man, if it was the restaurant, I would have had a much better time. So I went to Montana for spring break with the family. And I may have set my expectations a little high.
Yeah, you were hyped for it. You were like posting
all
about it.
I expected it to be a slightly more mountainy mini California, which was setting my expectations really high.
That's like skyrocketing.
I know that because I started to feel a little off when before the trip I was searching around on Google Maps about places to go visit while I was going to be there.
Yeah.
So I looked up and I'm like, is there any Trader Joe's? Because I hear that place has cool stuff. Nope, nearest one's in California. Is there any Waffle House? I want to go to a Waffle House. Nope, nearest one's in BC. So it's way back up in Canada. And I'm like, that's weird. So I'm looking and I'm like, In-N-Out Burger? Nope. Gotta go 3, 4, 5 hours south. So I'm looking through and I'm like, there's...
Was it just like barren wasteland or something?
Well, it was more mountainy wasteland. Because, yeah, it wasn't barren because, I mean, there's mountains there.
Yeah.
It is part of the Rocky Mountains. But,
I was more referring to the stuff to do.
Like, every single store was like some... like, I understand why people love mom and pop shops, but man, I wouldn't go into half these ones because they look so shady. It's like a shanty town.
Really?
Yeah, right? I can't believe it. How? And
I thought you were there. I thought you went there before.
So here's the thing.
So like, what changed?
I was like 5.
Right.
So of course, when you're 5, you know your memories are a little warped. Did you say bloated?
Bloated.
I thought you said bloated.
No.
Okay. No, they're a little. So it was a little different in memory. I didn't remember much about Montana, but I remembered enjoying it. But mostly because the place that we stayed at when we went to Montana was a super cool, like, it was a personal log cabin, but it had like 2 floors and I brought my N64 and like I was playing Pokemon Snap and Mario Party 2 and I was like having the time of my life there. This place we stayed at was a really, really crappy little, like, it was technically like a apartment sort of thing, but like it was bad. So my grandma went there about 25 years ago and she said it hasn't changed at all. Take that as you will. The appliances, every single appliance. So like when we're at home here, sometimes we'll like put on the washing machine and we love the white noise of it. Mm-hmm. We have a nice quiet washing machine. You know, laundry, quiet, it's going, you'll hear the beep, lovely. You know, there it's like dun, 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 dun. It's like junk. Like all these things are making these horrible noises. Like, and if you do 2 at a time, you feel like you're in a construction site because you hear left and right motion coming from one and up and down motion coming from the other. And it's the worst thing ever. It was bad. I apologize to anyone listening who may live in Montana. Note that I wasn't in Montana, like the main capital cities. I was in kind of small, I was in a decent sized town, but where I was at, it made Saskatchewan look bustling. So that's a joke for our Canadian listeners. So the question might be, what did I do on this trip?
Yes.
A lot of playing video games. Which, hey, that was cool. I will say I did go to we went to this one mall and we're like, okay, we're at a mall. There has to be something here for us. There was an anime store. Oh. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So it was called Isle of Misfits anime. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go check this place. Oh, no.
Oh, no?
It was the most, like, number one, it didn't have a sign on it at all. It was just like a hole in the wall. A literal hole in the wall.
Oh, jeez.
Number two,
that's not a good sign.
It was totally unrenovated. Like, it was like a concrete pad for everything.
Oh, my God.
And everything in there was super counterfeit. Like, I was looking at, they had, like, Figmas and Nendoroids, but I looked at them, and I'm like, these look bad. And then I looked really close, and I saw they had, like, a Naruto one, and then you looked in, like a Naruto Nendoroid, and they have little bases, like little clear bases, right? And it says, you'll usually say on them, Naruto Nendoroid, series whatever, entry number whatever. It just said, like, Vocaloid on the Naruto one. So it's super fake. And so we walked in there and we're like, this is bad. They had like all these like miscolored crappy Pokemon figures. They had like wall scrolls that looked bad. They had like fake Pokemon cards and individual.
How do they even keep that store open?
I don't know. And so we walked out of there and we felt like depressed because we're like, this was our one chance at something cool in Montana, and it was the worst.
This was the coolest thing you found in Montana.
So I will say, the food situation, which is kind of the food situation in the United States in general, was pretty good. I did end up buying 2 Super Mario cereals, one for me, one for Adrian here.
Yes, for my ever-growing collection.
They were $2.50 each, which is really good. They were on sale.
That's well, because they're phasing out the Amiibo
Yeah, they're phasing out the Amiibo ones. So I found they had about 3 at it was called a Super One Foods. I had 3 at the Super One Foods, and then that was the last one at the Target. So I was like, that was cool.
I bet the cereal is going to taste like ass.
I've heard it's not bad. I've heard it's not bad. Yeah, I heard it's not the best, but it's not bad.
Your typical cereal fare.
Yeah, it's just a typical sort of cereal. I did go to a American GameStop.
Oh, okay.
Not an EB Games, but a GameStop. I've heard people complaining about like how their GameStops are. They're saying it's all Funkos now. It's all whatever. But man, this place made EB Games look like it's nothing. They had some really cool stuff there. They had they did have a bunch of Funko Pops, of course.
Yeah.
But they had a whole section of really nice figures. I'm talking like Japanese imports that are really rare.
How big was the store you went into?
About the size of your EB Games.
Really?
Yeah, no, it wasn't much bigger. Like it was a normal size pretty much.
Huh.
But the way it was organized was pretty much like games on the left and merch on the right, and then at the very far back. But at the very far, but your counter's like on the side.
Yeah.
So like at the far back where your like room is there, that was where the counter was.
Oh, okay.
So instead it was you walk in and there's stuff on your left and right.
Okay.
Games on your left, stuff on your right, and in the middle was just discount everything. So there was a discount thing for merch, discount stuff for games, and like there was, I'd say definitely less games than our EB Games, but the merch that was there was like, for instance, like in this one section they had really nice like first 4 figures statues. Which were decently priced, too. Like, they weren't as much as ordering them for first 4 figures themselves. At least in American, which could work out to more for Canadian. But whatever. They had a bunch of Japanese import figures. Really nice ones that were, like, one-piece ones. There was one there that I nearly bought because I couldn't believe it. It was a statue, so like the Miku that's right there. Like an immovable statue. Oh, by the way, we have a Miku statue right there because my sister bought one, so it's just hanging out down there. It's very cute. Isn't that cute? It's cute. You gotta admit it's cute.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's cute. It's cute. But they had one there, so it was a statue, and it was of Mega Man X in his second armor.
Oh, okay.
So, you played Marvel Infinite, right?
Yep.
He has the super where he goes into his white armor?
Yeah.
That's the first armor, is what it's called.
Okay.
It's called Armor Light now, but we call it the first armor, because it's his armor he gets in Mega Man 1. That has a lot of merch. The second armor is the ultimate armor for Mega Man X2. There's not a lot of merch for X2, because it's kind of just a stepping stone to the other games, Like, X1's the classic. Everyone remembers X1. 3, 4, and 5, those are all special in their own regard. X2 is just kind of a stepping stone that most people don't talk about. So, like, to see this merch of the second armor for Mega Man was super cool, and it was $70 though, and I was like, oh. So I decided not. They did also have some really cool Ryu and Ken figures that were, so they were like super deformed, so they had the big head and stuff, but they looked like the Puzzle Fighter style, so they looked really good. And it was Ryu shooting a Hadoken, and like, but they were like decently sized. Like, they were super deformed, but full statue size, and they had like the base was their stage from Street Fighter 2, like recreated, and it was really cool. And they had a button that if you hit it, it will not only light up the Hadoken for Ryu and the Shoryuken for Ken, so like the flames around his fist, but they will yell. And it's really cool. They were on sale for like $40 each, and I was like, I really want to, but they're so big. I'd have to really rearrange my room to find place for them, because like all together they're like I'm doing hands and you can't see, but they're like a big diorama together, right? About the size of like let's say like a briefcase, but like, I don't know, how big would you say this is? What am I doing? Give me something. I'm bad with sizes. Like I'm
trying to look around your room.
Just think of like a box of like a normal size big, like
a medium cardboard box.
A medium cardboard box, yeah. The width, yeah. And they had a bit of depth too, but it was, so that was really cool. I didn't end up getting that. In the end, I was just so like burnt, by the end I was so burnt out by the lack of anything to actually buy. While I was back at the hotel, I was just browsing through ami.com, Amy, just a good site. What are you looking for?
These are for you.
Oh, what? Oh, cool. You
Play Asia tickets.
Nice, perfect, cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
nice. I can use those.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yep. So I was just browsing through there, and I was like looking through their on sale section, and they had a set of 3 One Piece figures of the girls.
Oh, the girls.
The girls. And they're sitting on like chairs kind of sexily. And I'm like, but I'm just looking at them, I'm like, and it's a full set of them. And like, they all look good. They're really good looking figures. And I'm like, okay. So I bit the bullet and bought some sexy anime girl figures. So they're,
where are you
they're
going
in
to
the
put
middle.
those?
I'm going to rearrange them. I'm going to put Whitebeard with them. So it'll be like the dad protecting his 3 daughters.
Okay.
I also just bought earlier today, because I was kind of, again, I wanted to treat myself for Easter. I bought they're in the blue bag.
Yeah.
I bought myself 2 ship models from One Piece. So Luffy's ship and Hancock's ship, which I am going to record myself building, just my hands, and put on some smooth jazz and get that sick YouTube money. So, okay, so that's my non-game stuff. I'm going to talk about the games, because I played a number of them. Okay.
All right.
So, number 1. Played through, almost 100%ed, but for the most part beat Kirby Star Allies. So,
no spoilers.
No spoilers, don't worry. I'll say some stuff that alludes to the spoilers, but I won't say the spoilers at all.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say that, like, they call the new Dreamland trilogy is what it's called, even though it's more, so it's Return to Dreamland, Triple Deluxe, Robobot, and this one.
That's not a trilogy.
What? I know.
It's not a trilogy.
It's not a trilogy, but that's what they call this, the saga or whatever.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I'd say this one is slightly less than Robobot, which is the best one still in my eyes. If only for, I like the themes of Robobot, like the mechanical stuff and the city themes, and like the ending is still the greatest thing ever. Star Allies comes real close though. Like, this is not that one's the clear one. It's like just slight preference. The best part about the game is the number of playable characters.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And let me tell you, Marks is the best thing ever. I was never, because I remember people were always like, oh, we need Marks in Smash Bros. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But now that I played this form of him, I'm like, yes! Because he basically has 2 forms.
Does he have like a unique moveset or what?
Yes. So his base form, where he's on the ball, is kind of like a modified version of the Bomb moveset. So it's kind of just like Bomb, not many huge differences. But when you double jump with him, so you know like what would normally puff Kirby up so he's flying?
Yeah.
When you do the double jump, he gets his wings as he is the final boss of Superstar, right?
Yeah.
You have his entire boss move set.
Really?
Everything.
Huh.
So some of them are locked behind, like, oh, you need to have a partner give you electric power and then you can do this. But for the most part, you have you have almost every single final boss attack that he has. Which, when you're playing as him, is the coolest thing ever, to faithfully play as this Kirby final boss. It's so cool.
Do you play as the friends?
You do, yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah? How are they?
Rick is... He definitely feels like right from his original game, for better or for worse. He's good. Gooey is pretty much just Whip with a few differences. I've never been a fan of Gooey, but I mean, they're all really cool additions for sure. But like, no, Marks is the standout because he has the whole final boss moveset, which is ridiculous. Gooey has some stuff where he turns into the final boss of Dreamland 3, which is cool. But it's just him kind of pretending to be him, and it's not like actually doing the stuff. But,
okay.
And then Rick is really good for mobility because each form is like, Rick is awesome on the ground. Kine is great in the sea. And Ku is great in the air. So, he's really good for movement, but for attacks, not so much.
But back to the main game.
Yes.
What do you think of the level design / variety?
So it's definitely curbing. It's definitely trying to, recreate, Superstar in terms of the structure of the game, which is really cool. I will say by the end, I was a little disappointed with there was no big sort of standout new level designs, but I mean, I guess it's kind of like in terms of themes, themes.
So you got your grass,
you got your grass, you got your fire, ice, water,
but
you got your caves, you got your kind of mecha city, and the only real new one is the villain's hideout, if you will. It's kind of different, but for the most part, it's nothing we haven't seen before. So for the theme-wise, it's For the puzzles and stuff, they're still making up cool new puzzles, and especially doing with the friend powers and all that. I will say, I'm simultaneously, before the trip and then a little bit after, I played Return to Dreamland, because I never played that through, as when it first came out. That Return to Dreamland is way harder than Star Allies.
Oh yeah?
The puzzles are harder. The gameplay is harder. There's so much in Star Allies that you can do to kind of make yourself be super powerful that you'll never feel.
And the AI is
incredibly
overpowered.
Isn't as overpowered once you get to real bosses.
Oh, okay.
In the demo, yeah, of course. Wispy Woods isn't even the end of area boss. He's just at the end of a level.
Oh, okay.
He's not even a real boss, really. DDD's easy, but some of the bosses later get ridiculous. Screen covering attacks, all that sort of jazz. Your allies help, but they're not as broken as some people make them out to be.
So where would you rate this on your scale of Kirby games? Not just the new Dreamland.
Well, I mean, those games are kind of at the top pretty much.
Okay.
Aside from Superstar, and I mean Air Ride if you count it, I like Amazing Mirror. Those ones, these new ones are some of the best. So this is definitely top 5 for sure.
Okay.
100%. But the big thing, which I'm not going to get into for spoilers, but the lore stuff this game does is when I talk, the lore of Kirby is like Dark Souls.
Jesus.
And I say this because you don't get the lore through playing the game. You get it through observing similarities and reading about it. So, for instance, every time you're at a boss, when you pause, you have not only your screen of here's how you play as Kirby, but you go over one, and there is a boss screen that will explain the boss. It will say, oh, Wispy Woods is not feeling well. Looks like Kirby has to make him feel better, So, stuff like that. But when you get to the big bosses, you get some stuff that you're reading, and you're like, what? There is, I'm going to be very honest, a tie-in to every single Kirby game.
Wow.
Not only that, it takes previously unrelated Kirby games and ties them together.
Huh.
It does some stuff. And I'm talking back to Kirby 1. Like,
Jeez.
yeah.
It feels like Breath of the Wild, where it
It's-
connects to all of them.
Yeah, this game does stuff for the lore that made me almost cry. It also does one of my favorite things in gaming ever, which is taking a previously unused design and bringing it back. Oh man, I love it, because I saw this one guy and I'm like, that dude's from the art books in the unused section. Like, whoa. No, so it's really good. The cool thing though that I didn't even know, so once you beat the game, you unlock a second playthrough, pretty much. You unlock, like, the ability to play as, you just pretty much pick any other character and play through the game as that character.
Okay.
So, like you're set into that character.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, like, there's all the characters, but depending on the character you choose, I didn't even know this, there are changes to the levels and new levels, too. So, Marks, Rick, and Gooey all get their own levels.
Really?
Added into this mode, yeah.
That's...
Like
They never mentioned that in the
no, they didn't.
direct.
No one was talking about that, because, like, they get new, not only
Are they
parts
just
of levels.
intertwined with the existing
Yeah,
ones? Or are
yeah.
they just, like, separate?
They're intertwined because like, the regular mode has you going on a map and stuff. The extra mode is just run through every level. It's like kind of like a time trial mode, but
okay.
but like at the same time you can kind of jump around a bit. But for the most part, it's play through every level sequenced together into one massive level. But what they do is they will take out, like, if you're playing as, say, like an ability that can use, like, the friend throw ability, so like suplex or fighter or any of those, or beetle, you'll get sections where it can only be done with that power. But if you're playing as these new characters, all the characters have their own sections that are entirely new. So it's really cool.
That's cool.
It's a good game. It's really good.
What's your final thought?
Yep, pretty much.
Good game? Great game?
It's a great game.
Great game.
Yeah, for sure. Oh no, I mean, Kirby is quality. It's always quality. Like, you're never gonna get, like, there's very few bad Kirby games.
Doesn't make me as hyped as Yoshi, you know?
See, I don't like Yoshi. I don't care for Yoshi. It's just me. Just don't care.
We're
Did Yoshi ever get an anime series?
No.
No, that's
Yoshi
why.
is a quality game series.
Bring back the Kirby anime.
No.
I love the Kirby anime.
What other games have you been playing?
Okay, I was just gonna have one more thought, and it just kind of jumped out of my head. Oh right, the one thing I was surprised was when I was on vacation when they dropped Mark's, Rick, and Gooey, but I was surprised to see on the official Nintendo YouTube they called it Pack 1. So I'm like, oh, we're gonna get more.
There is a confirmed Pack 2.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, they put it in the direct, I think.
Wow, okay, good. So yeah, I'm excited because, well, they said more Dream Friends are coming, and I thought that meant the aforementioned 3.
Oh.
So I thought it was like, yeah, you're getting more, but no. So I'm looking forward to seeing who else they're gonna bring. I have some thoughts. I definitely want Megalore, Return to Dreamland. I want Susie, Rebelbot, and I want one character from 64. So probably Adeline.
Yeah, Adeline. Yeah.
I mean, heck, you already have artist ability in the game.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next game I played. So I did a bit of this Let's Play on YouTube. I did about 3 parts and I decided to play it on my own, which was Attack on Titan 2 for the Switch. Which, wow, that's a good Warriors game. It is, because it's a Warriors game, but instead of cutting down hundreds, you cut down maybe 10 or 20. But the way it works is like it has the best swinging mechanics in like, it's like Spider-Man, but because you know how it works, right? Like, have like the gear on them,
yeah,
that they shoot the little like pew, like the wires into, and then they hit into buildings or trees and stuff, and then they like zip themselves forward, and then they let go and like fly.
Yeah,
and so it's like Spider-Man, right?
Okay.
The controls are great. The story literally covers the entire story of the series, which is cool. But you play as an OC, which I mean, it works perfectly. It's kind of in like a army setting, so it works. And it's really good. But this game, it does introduce the story to you rather slowly, where it's like, I decided to watch a few episodes of the show because I never watched it. I was like, I don't care about Attack on Titan. It's stupid, overrated, mainstream anime garbage. But now that I'm playing it, I'm like, no, it's actually kind of cool. But I decided to watch an episode of the TV show, and like a 5 or 6 mission section would be covered in about 10 minutes of the show.
Oh, wow.
Because there is filler. Because it's like, you need to do like the everyday life stuff too, right? But because it was giving me the story so slowly, And because like the mysteries were so intense, like the mysteries of the universe were so like interesting, I'm like, what is going on? That I made the fatal mistake. I jumped onto the Wikipedia. Oh boy, that wasn't a wiki dive. That was a wiki like plummet.
Like nuke into the water.
Like I went into the water and I was in the Marianas Trench. Like I was at the deepest part of the ocean because I'm reading about stuff and I'm like, what am I reading? They're talking about things I've never heard of, and it's showing me pictures of the characters that I know, and they're like old and have beards, and I'm like, what is happening? So I wiki dived so hard that I needed to stop playing for a bit.
Jeez.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off for a bit. Whoa. But like because the mystery of like it's pretty much like a big mystery on like what is happening. And so, you know, what are these why are there giant naked people running around? Why can some people turn into them? Why do some of them talk? Why do they emit gas? Why are we not allowed outside the walls of this city? Why is like why? That's all the questions. It's like I needed answers. And so I was like I can't do this. So I jumped in and I was like, okay, no, whoa, let's step back a bit. But I'm looking forward to them picking that back up and learning about them and learning at them at the same time as other characters, because I'm like I need to know. Another game I played was Detective Pikachu.
Oh yeah.
So I'm on chapter 5 of 6. That's probably one of the best games I played this year.
Really? You go that far?
It is insane how straight it plays itself.
Oh, explain that.
Okay. You bust dudes with drugs. And Pikachu talks about dropping them off at a proxy. And Pikachu, it's like, you do detective stuff and there's no, oh, Pikachu, let's go on an adventure. It's, Pikachu, hop in the car. We need to catch this perp. You got it, partner. It's like, it plays itself so amazingly straight.
Yeah.
And like, the way it handles the fact it's the most realistic Pokemon game it's just like, it's taking place in basically our world. It's hyper realistic, but there's Pokemon around. How does that change things up? It goes into that a little bit in really surprising ways. It ties into not only the main Pokemon series amazingly, like there are ties. It's not just there are Pokemon. There are ties to everything in the main games. There's also ties into other spin-offs. Like, it's really well done. And, like, the voice cast is the Persona voice cast.
Really?
It was done by Bang Zoom, who does the Persona stuff. That's like the studio. And hearing Sojiro talk about Pokemon super straight is amazing. The guy who plays Pikachu, Keiji Tang, one of my favorites. I love him. He's a Wayne in Fire Emblem. He's, you know, all these awesome people. He does such a good performance of Pikachu. I actually almost teared up at one point. It was so good. And like there are like really cute sort of interactions and stuff, but at the same time it plays itself so straight. It's definitely not a brain-twisting sort of Ace Attorney sort of thing.
It's a bit on the easy side.
And I mean, the game says, do you want to play on easy mode? And I said no. And even then, it's like, they're not brain twisters.
Yeah.
But it's such a solid...
The world is
The world is so solid. The characters are all... Number one, the weird thing is, even in the Japanese version, they all have American names. Tim Goodman. You know, there's like stuff like just these, but then it's also hugely ethnically diverse to a point where I'm like, this is a Japanese game because you got a black character who looks like a black character and not just an Asian guy with dark skin. Like, it's really well done.
That's cool.
You can definitely see where the game originally ended because in Japan they only got the first 3 episodes and then it ended, and then now they released the final 3 then simultaneously with the world to get all of it, right? You can see where that endpoint is, and you're like, wow, that must have been the worst cliffhanger ever. It's really good. It's definitely It's definitely something that you will, pick up again and sort of, instead of like play it, you'll like watch it again like a TV show.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed at how straight like it plays itself. Like it does not make many jokes. It's like, it's almost very adult. Like it doesn't talk down like it's a kid's thing. Like it will talk about, the perp has what is it? The perp has a sus al or something like that. Like it uses the police lingo. And I'm like, that's so cool. Like it's really good.
On a side note, I picked up the amiibo for it.
I didn't get the amiibo, and I tried to scan in the regular Pikachu, and it doesn't work. No. You need the detective Pikachu. It's a large lad.
It's surprisingly light.
Yeah, because it's hollow, pretty much.
Yeah.
I saw someone drilled into it, and it was the worst thing ever. But it looks like his skeleton in there, and it's creepy.
But yeah, it's like the base is the coffee shops he goes to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just a really well done amiibo. Like the design on the hat is even like
nice,
like well done.
That's nice. Yeah. No, I love Detective Pikachu. I definitely want him in Smash as an alt costume.
I picked the game up too. I just have to get around to it.
It's really good. It's really fun. Yeah, no, that one's really good. And the last game I picked up while I was there, because I saw it for like $25, I picked up Monster Hunter Stories because I'd never actually got it. So I'm like, it's $25.
And you have the amiibo.
Yeah, and I have the amiibo, so I'm like, yeah, I might as well. I played that for a bit. It's Monster Hunter RPG.
I like the demo I played.
No, it's good. But definitely as you're playing it...
It's not like World.
No, yeah, no. And I just love the idea of just like a game sort of set in Monster Hunter's world and just sort of talking about the world, which is really cool. I love that idea.
It's like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I love when games let you... Like that's why I really want like a Street Fighter spin-off to see what the world is like outside of the stages, I want that. But it's, I'm playing it, I'm like... So the weird thing is, I watched the TV show of it before I played the game. Because they had a full anime for Monster Hunter Stories. Wow, those go on very different paths. Did you beat the demo?
I don't think so.
Okay, do you remember the the red-haired kid on the Rathian?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Shevel, right? In the anime, he's like Brock. Oh. He's with the main character as like the third friend. They're having a good time with them. Lilia's also there. They're all having a good time.
Yeah.
In the game, within like the first 10 minutes, his mom dies and like he goes full emo. I hate everyone in this village right away.
The demo too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it happens right away.
Yeah.
Right away. And I'm like, oh, what? What happened to him being my friend? Like, I was expecting a good... Because in the show, it takes about 15 or 16 episodes before he gets kind of grumpy. And, like... And even then, it's not an instant thing. It's a slow thing, right? Like, it's definitely a slow burn. Here, it's, like, right away. He's like...
Well, it's a time skip, too.
Yeah, because it skips over the first chunks of the anime. And I'm like, whoa, okay. It's fun, though. It's fun. Definitely not something, though, I'm going to put... thousands of hours into, I don't think.
Fair.
But it's because I wanted a solid RPG to play, which I enjoy. So, played a lot of games, as you can see. That was a lot of my trip, was playing video games while in Montana. But, in Stardew Valley, I got a girlfriend. That's about it.
Anything?
Can I just say, I wish real life was like Stardew Valley.
Don't we all?
Because all you have to do is dig in the trash, find a baguette, and give it to a girl like twice a week. And then like after a year, she's like maxed out, and then you give her a bouquet and she's like, I love you. And then it says girlfriend. That's it. Why can't it be like also farming? Except farming in real life isn't as cool as in Stardew Valley. I've tried. It's not. Farming in real life is so much more boring. Why isn't farming more fun? Like, I play Harvest Moon, I play Stardew Valley, and I'm like, this is great. I should try farming in real life. And then I try it, and it sucks.
Why isn't life more fun?
Why isn't life more fun?
That should be the title of this episode.
That seems a little depressing.
It's certainly for an April Fool's Day.
People are going to start asking if we have problems. All right, how was your
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
A lot less exciting. Oh, maybe the same wavelength. Highlight got a new phone.
Oh, yes.
Yep. My Nexus decided to boot loop.
That's fun.
You know what boot loop is?
Yeah, of course.
You were the only person. I've talked to maybe like 20 people about this boot loop thing, and they're like, what's a boot loop?
I feel like the name itself should imply exactly what a boot loop is.
At a point where I'm like, yeah, my phone boot looped, and I just started explaining it right after.
Like, it just...
Yeah, to people who don't know what it is, it's when the phone tries to boot, but it can't, so it just loops.
Yeah, my phone has done that occasionally if I'm using a third-party charger, and so if you get my phone to 0%, then, like, I plug it in, and then when you plug into an iPhone, it turns on. But it doesn't have enough power through the cable to turn on, so it dies again. So that's when I'm like, okay, I need to borrow like a real cable, and then I use a better cable and it charges. But like, yeah, no, I don't know what a boot loop is.
Like everyone I've talked to about it.
What losers?
Not even the people at the Bell store knew what it was. Yeah.
Okay, for context, Bell is like one of our major cell phone providers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just in bed on Twitter. And the phone froze, so I'm like, oh, it's going to crash. I'll just go to the bathroom, come back. It's off. Try to turn it on. Google on, off. Google on, off. I'm like, oh no.
Did one of my shit posts kill your phone?
Maybe.
Did it just hate it so much it exploded?
So I've searched up, like, if there's any way to fix it. And it's like, if you can't factory reset it, which I couldn't, because it was that screwed up, your phone's, like, done.
Oh, fun. Much.
So then I went to Bell, and they're like, all right, just send it in. And then we'll get it replaced and all that. And we'll give you this really crappy phone. And that, you don't know what you got till it's gone, man.
Yeah, for sure.
This phone, I turn on Snapchat. I had to like do something else for 5 minutes until it's actually like,
oh, fun.
So I had that. They told me, the cell phone repair people told me like, okay, if you wait like a week or 2 weeks, we'll get your exact phone, because we just need a refresh in like stock, or we can give you this other phone, the
I think this is dead.
the Huawei P10.
I've never heard of that.
It's like, it's a phone. It's serviceable.
It's a phone.
It's serviceable, but it's not what I wanted.
Yep.
Well, so I like, okay, I'll just wait for the Nexus, and then about a weekend went by, and I'm like, I can't deal with this phone anymore. So I called the cell phone people. I'm like, yeah, just ship me the Huawei P10 and I'll sell it when I get it. And then I went to the Bell store and I explained that to them, and they're like, oh, okay. And then they started getting me to sign papers, and I'm like, wait, am I picking up the Pixel 2 XL right today? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Nice.
And got it. It's honestly probably the best phone I've ever owned.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like the jump I had between the iPhone and the Nexus, but it's like everything's so much better. There's like these little features that they added that are like that what's the word,
enhance,
not enhance, but like complement my lifestyle. Where it's like, if I'm outside my work and I want to play some music on Spotify, the connection isn't strong enough.
Yeah.
So I turn off the Wi-Fi to put the Spotify on and then drive home. And sometimes I forget to turn the Wi-Fi back on.
Right, you told me they will turn back on when you're at home.
It automatically turns back on now when it's
that's nice,
close to a strong signal. So I'm like, that is awesome. Other than that, there's the now playing feature where it's like, if it hears a song, it'll show you what's playing and all that. So I feel like if you're in a restaurant and you're like, oh, this song's cool, you can just look at your phone.
So it's always listening.
So
it's always listening.
Google.
You hear me, Google?
Google said it takes the...
I was expecting my Google Home back there to turn on. Google is always listening to all of us. And I love it.
Well, the now playing, it takes the database from offline songs. Like it's like, it's not through the online, but it's a kind of offline type thing. I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm like, I'll believe you for now.
I think that's a lie Google gave you to try and make you not worry about your security. You know what though? I'm such the person where it's like, people are like, I can't believe that phones listen to you and then find your browsing habits and target ads towards you. And I'm like,
Well, did you hear about the Facebook thing that happened like last week?
Yeah, and when people are like, I can't believe Facebook was stealing my info.
It's so obvious.
And I'm like, that's literally A, what Facebook was made for, and B, right there in the terms and conditions. We can use your info for anything. Well, you know what the big problem was? It was all the click this personality quiz to see which Harry Potter house you'd most likely, die in or something. And it's like, you click one of those and it's like, yeah, that they steal all your info. I never click on those. Even when I first saw them, I'm like, I'm not doing that.
You just reminded me of this stupid meme where it's a video of Mark Zuckerberg and he's moving around, but he's really like exaggerated robot noises as he moves.
Oh yeah, no, Mark Zuckerberg is a robot. We all know that.
A robot or an alien.
Yeah, one of them.
Well, back to the phone. I love the bezel, like the lack of bezels.
It's pronounced bezel.
Oh, shut up. Well, with YouTube, you can like zoom in to fill the screen, and it looks so good when stuff isn't cut off.
Oh yeah.
With Netflix, like it's automatically the phone's 6 inches, like in the screen size.
Yeah.
Whereas the Nexus was 5.7.
Okay.
Other than that, the phone, the camera, is the best one that like has ever. It's the best phone camera on the market, but I'm like, I don't really take pictures, so it's like doesn't really like.
Yo, but what if you see a cute anime figure? You look over at it. There you go.
Other than
take
that,
HD amiibo pictures.
Other than that, the case here.
Yeah,
it's a 2D case. Got it off Amazon. Had the same brand as my Nexus, so I'm like, I know these guys make good cases, which is a phenomenal case.
Yep.
Bulks the phone up a little bit, but not too much. Just,
I mean,
I'd rather have this.
I like having bulk to my phone. I don't know people who like their phones super
exposed.
Yeah, it's like the ones who put on like the basically like plastic skin that does nothing. It's like, why would you do that?
It just changes the design.
If you're gonna put a case on your phone, get one that will save your phone. Like, I've thrown my phones many times, and I have an iPhone, which are known for breaking. And because I always get a decent case, it's like I've never had a cracked screen ever. And it's like, I don't know how these people. Well, I know how. It's because they don't get good cases. But yeah, get a good case for your phone. It will save you time and money.
Yeah, I've never cracked my screen on any of my phones.
And some people are just clumsy. Watch
watch
someone download this on their iPhone and like they're listening and they look at their phone and it's just like the spider web.
Oh God, I would hate that. I forgot. Oh yeah. Well, the week before I got the case, I was like handling it really carefully.
Yeah.
But the one thing that is a negative on this phone, no headphone jack.
Ooh.
So I decided to look into Bluetooth headphones.
That's why you needed those Bluetooth headphones, right?
Yeah. So I went to Best Buy in South Common. And you know how Best Buy is like really bad with customer service?
Oh yeah.
There was this one guy who's probably like the best employee I've ever seen.
Wow.
In an electronics store. He's like, this is crap. Get this if you have enough money. It's like, I don't know what the one I landed on was. He was like, I haven't tried this, so like be wary. But like,
that's a really good employee.
And then
Best Buy's probably gonna fire him.
Oh no, he's a manager. He's like the top guy in the electronics store.
Best Buy's probably gonna fire him.
Well, it was the Marley headset. And
Bob Marley?
Yeah, he has this like own brand.
Isn't he dead? Dude's marketing out of the grave?
I guess.
Holy
crap. I don't really look into the brand, but like,
I want to be that level of capitalism.
I had the wired headphones, and I'm like, these are really quality, so I got the Bluetooth ones.
Yes.
And the guy's like, I haven't tried these, but be wary. If they don't work, bring them back and say the mic's not working, and they'll like replace it without checking.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
This dude's gonna get fired super hard.
I hope Best Buy isn't listening. Yeah, so I went into the car, I tried them on, like, they're good, they're all right. They're what I expected. And then I tried them in more in depth that night, and they were like crackling every 30 seconds. I'm like, I cannot deal with this. So I took them back, and they returned them. The same guy was there. He's like, so tell me the truth. How are they? I'm like, they're shit. And it's like, okay, I'll tell that to all my employees, or not employees, customers in the future. I'm like, okay. So I returned them, got my $80 back.
This guy is doing like the best job for For customers, God, I'm sure the store hates like when I say the store, I don't mean the store he's in. I mean Best Buy as the corporate monster. Who's like, sell all you can.
He was even the day I went to get the first set of headphones. He was like, "Come tomorrow because we're having a huge sale on like literally everything."
What? Okay, this is the same Best Buy that tries to bring Geek Squad into your home to install your copy of NHL you bought on disc.
This is also the same Best Buy that when I went in with one of my friends, or a few of my friends, he asked where the Steam cards are, and he literally went, "What's a Steam card?" and then walked away without. Oof. Yeah, same Best Buy.
I can't believe this. This guy is saving lives.
He's awesome. So
I want to go bring him Tim Hortons right now.
He's such a cool dude.
He's so good.
Yeah, so I returned the headphones.
Is his name Connor by chance?
I don't think I caught his name.
Okay. See,
he had glasses.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm sure every employee at Best Buy has glasses. Do you have like blonde hair, kind of tall, white guy?
No, it's brown.
Okay,
brown
well, darn it. If it was my friend, that'd be the coolest thing ever. But it's not.
Yeah, so got the headphones returned. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get a solid pair of headphones, Bluetooth headphones, I'm going to have to like pay a pretty penny.
Yes.
So I got the Jaybird X3s, and they're like wired headphone quality.
Nice.
And the cool thing is when you turn them on, it like does this like little chime at the beginning, and there's like battery at this %.
Oh, that's nice.
And even if you install the app on your phone, it even tells you the battery percentage.
Oh, that's nice.
So they're really cool.
Does it need the app to be used?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I just installed the app.
Yeah, no,
like,
just checking.
You can like customize like the tones and all that.
Oh wow, yeah, that seems good.
Yeah, it better be for $130.
Yeah, I'd say at that price you're getting a good pair.
Yeah, they're it's so convenient now.
And these are earbuds, not headphones.
They're
right?
earbuds. Yeah,
okay,
I like earbuds. Okay.
Yeah, see, I like big headphones.
I'm not a fan.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I got those.
Does it work with the like PlayStation?
I'm sure it does. It's a Bluetooth set.
Yeah, okay.
Through Bluetooth.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But besides that, love the phone, love the headset. Everything's going well.
Games?
I just have to pay a good amount at the end of this month, so I have to work my ass off.
For?
Well, when I first
for all that stuff.
Not the headset. For the phone in particular, I had to pay $200 up front.
Okay.
And then I have to pay the upgrading fee plus some royalty fees.
Ooh, yeah.
But I get those royalty fees back.
Okay.
I don't think it's some sort of weird thing.
Yeah.
It's just skimmed over.
Fair enough.
But I'm getting money back is all I care
fair
about. But yeah, games. Haven't been playing many.
Fair enough.
Curse you. I've been stuck on I've been addicted to Bayonetta.
It's a good game.
I'm on my 6th playthrough.
It's a good game.
Because I did the first playthrough, then I did the second one to get all the Umbran Tears of Blood Crows.
Yes.
And then I did the very easy mode to get one of those accessories.
There is a way to get it by playing through a different way, but it costs like millions of Halos, so.
Yeah, and then I did easy mode, and then I did normal speedrun, which I kind of just like went through the chapters.
Yeah, because it just takes your best time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like boss chapters and all that.
Yep.
Route 666?
Mm-hmm.
At first, I liked the chapter, and now I'm like not a fan.
Yeah, I'm sure having to read like when you first played that chapter, it's so
the music's
cool.
so good.
And that's from that's from Afterburner, an entirely unrelated Sega game. So when you play it, you're like, oh, and she sticks her middle finger into the ignition.
Every time I see that, I'm like,
oh, it's so good.
Makes it worth every time.
The cutscenes of that game are still like just art. Like they're so good.
I think my favorite one is when Temperantia.
Yeah.
And then all the debris is flying around. It's like, Bayonetta, your eyes are so beautiful. I mean, it's like I feel like a fucking celebrity in this town, and then the train falls on her.
It's so good. Oh man, what a character.
The gameplay mechanics are so addicting. Even though I don't like, I'm not a combo person at all.
Yeah.
Just like hitting those like.
Well, but it's not even like the attack mechanics, but the dodge mechanics.
Oh, the dodge, yeah.
Like that's the thing. Going from that to like Devil May Cry, where the dodge is no invincibility, you need to make sure you like roll out of the way of attacks. It ruined me because I love dodge into enemies.
Yeah,
like it's so good. So yeah, no,
I still have to get the dodge offset down.
Yeah, that one's a tougher mechanic where basically what you do is you hold the attack button in while you dodge and then you will continue it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little.
I've done it a few times accidentally.
Yeah,
but...
it's you mostly do it accidentally. Have you done the glitch I told you about?
Not yet.
Oh, it's so good. So like I say, for those of you who don't know, put on your feet in set 1, put the claws, and in set 2, put the rocket launchers on your feet, and do the punch, 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 punch kick combo, which has the lightning legs, you know, the Chun-Li kick. If you switch mid-kick to the rocket launchers, every kick will fire like 16 rockets.
Oh my God.
And it's the most, like, your combo counter will instantly go up to 99999.
Wow.
And like, it's so good. On bosses, you get millions of halos so fast. So it's regarded as a cheat technique for getting halos, but it's so fun to do.
But yeah, I've been getting all the accessories, all the Rodan. Is it Rodan or Rodan?
Rodan.
Rodan's treasures. I'm currently on hard mode. Getting all the Umbra and Tears of Blood crows there too. This morning, there was one there you had to do an Alfheim.
Yep.
To get, and that it's a torture attack Alfheim.
Ooh, yeah.
And 3 hits, and the enemies are on fire, so you can't hit them. Out of which time. Mm-hmm. So what I basically did is I waited for them, and hard mode does it like really quick, so you have.
Oh
to,
yes.
Well, they disable accessories in the Alfheims.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Through hard mode, I'm like, I just want to get this done. So
yeah.
I put on the accessory where you dodge it automatically.
Yes.
It makes hard mode so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about like challenge anymore. I'm going to challenge myself in Angel Slayer when I get to it.
Yes, that's a hard mode. I got it. I haven't beat it all the way.
Yeah, but in that Alfheim, 3 hits, enemies on fire. What I did is jumped out of the way, which timed, and then did breakdance guns, which just fires up your magic meter if you get like all of them clustered in together.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then we went for the weakest enemy, took him down, and then did it over and over. There was like one big guy and like 4 small guys. Yeah. So you just keep breakdancing around the big guy to get his health down.
And smart.
Yeah. And this is after like 50 tries, so I like got it down to a T. And then the second one is the dogs and another big guy. Those dogs are really hard to dodge sometimes.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
they jump fast, even on normal. Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I've got 7 torture attacks. Why isn't the mode done? And it's like, oh, you got to defeat all the enemies plus do the torture attacks.
Oh!
So there was a third wave of the joys, 3 joys. And the instant they spawn, they attack you.
Yep.
And when I'm at like 1 hit left, it like pissed me the F off so many times. But I eventually got it. And I got the crow. And then I left. Because I never want to see that Alfheim again.
Well, wait till you have to platinum it.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, you don't have to platinum it on hard.
I know, but I don't think I'm going to do that on normal. It's just going to be too frustrating because like if you miss, I watched Gerard's completionist.
Yes.
Bina, and it's like if you get a gold on a verse, you have to do the entire chapter again.
Yep.
And I'm like, I cannot do that.
So, I don't know if you know this, but every unlockable, there is a code to get them.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get John's code.
But it costs tons of halos.
Going to use your trick.
No, and I love that. And that's in every Kamiya game where
that's
it's
awesome.
Like, can't get it? Don't worry. But you gotta grind for it, and that's good. Definitely try and grind for the bonus boss, though.
Is that Rodan?
Yes.
How do you do that again?
You just need to get 10 million halos.
Oh, right, yeah.
You just get that many, and then it appears in the shop.
Yeah.
And you just buy it, and then you fight him.
I'm also slowly making my way to 100 chapters.
Yes.
That accessory, which...
Oh, it's not an accessory. It's a weapon.
Oh, right, yeah, it's a weapon.
Saifeng.
Yeah. And, last train of thought. I was in the middle of, like, easy mode.
Yep.
And one of my Discord friends, Nino...
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you have to do them on normal.
Yeah, it's 50. It's
100.
It's 100 on normal or higher.
Yeah. So like I did a lot on normal.
Yep.
And I'm going through hard mode, so I'll eventually get it.
Mm-hmm.
The game it's so like deep. It like looks like a surface level game.
Boy, wait till Bayonetta 2.
I'm like you said that it's easier to complete. It's like Is that what you said?
On your first playthrough.
Oh, like
it's deeper though.
oh really?
It's on the surface. It's an easier game because it's definitely because you have more that there's more you can do and there's more options that are really cool. But it's just as deep, if not a bit deeper.
Oh yikes!
I will say this though, and this is the only time I can think of this in a game. Your skill from Bayonetta 1 directly goes to Bayonetta 2.
That's awesome because
and if you beat Bayonetta, I mean you will, but when you beat Bayonetta 2, that skill goes back to Bayonetta 1.
Oh.
Even though the weapons are different, there are some different weapons. Even though there's a few gameplay changes, for the most part, they feel so similar that you can go back and forth, and that's why I kind of treat them like one big game.
Oh, okay.
Because they work really well together, going back and forth between them. So if you need a break, I do recommend just going ahead to Bayonetta 2, playing some of that, and like when you go back, you're not losing any progress at all. You keep that muscle memory.
Oh, cool.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, I watched a trailer for Bayonetta 2 the other day, and I'm like, wow, this I can't wait
now
to play
that
this.
You know,
it
it's
looks
like so hype.
Like, what's going on here? Like, what's the guy without the circle mask? And like, who's that guy? And
see, I know the answers to all of those.
Who's the kid in the
okay,
in the robes?
Okay, but now that you've done it, everything, I need your honest opinion. On a level of incredible to stupendously, how dumb is Bayonetta's story?
So stupid.
It's so stupid.
Well, the first playthrough, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Until like the very end, where it's like
it kind of starts to make sense a little bit.
I'm skipping cutscenes
on the second playthrough. Yeah.
Like,
oh man, but can you believe they made an anime adaptation of the first game's story?
I saw that.
And guess
I didn't
what?
Watch it, but I saw it.
Guess what? It's just as stupid in the movie.
Well, I've been watching Vinny's playthrough of it.
Oh yeah,
he's just like, what the hell is going on? Like the part where in the courtyard in chapter 1.
Yeah,
it's just the music playing, and she's just like, oh no, he lost his shit when
it was at Eggman's grave.
Yeah, the close cut off her, and he's just like losing it, and it's like, what's going on?
Oh, what a...
It is an incredible game.
What an incredible... Do you see why it's in one of my top games of all time? Because it's like... It's really good.
Other than that, I haven't been playing much else. Because this game has been taking over my
life. Your life. Yeah, no, definitely. It's a, for all intents and purposes, religious experience.
If you haven't played this game, play it.
Oh, yes. Please. They're making Bayonetta 3!
I think I'll be more hyped for it once I finish 2.
Definitely. 2's story is better.
Really?
Yes. It doesn't reach the same heights.
Of wackiness, or?
No, oh no, it's just as wacky. Okay. Like the final boss of Bayonetta 1 is God. So...
Fair enough.
It doesn't quite reach that level. It gets close, but it doesn't quite reach that. But it's like, overall, the story's better.
It's more cohesive and
oh yes,
you're able to follow it more.
It's a million times easier to understand the story. It still has the sort of diorama cutscenes at times though, which is fine.
Yeah,
I think for like
you just imagine the
movement. Because it's never for action. It's just for talking, right?
Yeah.
So like that's fine, you know. But no, it's a good game.
Yeah, and seeing like all the in the trailer I watched, I like seeing Luca and John in like these different designs.
Oh man, Jean's design from 2 is so much better. I don't like this. Yeah. I don't like the bun hair. No. I definitely prefer her design from a 2.
Okay, that's all with games. What I've been reading.
You've been reading?
Just the Nintendo Force.
Oh, yes.
I just wanted to bring I read the Street Fighter part of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited for 30th anniversary collection now.
But are you thinking of getting it on PlayStation so you get 4 also? Yeah. That's...
I was like Switch at first, but I'm like, 4th is just all around a better deal.
Well, yeah, because then you get like the Ultimate Edition of Street Fighter 4 also, which is like the biggest game of them all, pretty much.
Yeah,
so
you just lose the portability aspect.
Yeah, and like, but honestly, I don't like playing fighting games on a portable system, anyways.
Especially on a Joy-Con.
Yeah, no, not on a Joy-Con. Yeah, no.
Besides that, Oh yeah, just one more thing.
Yes.
I also finished his Tingle
Oh,
playthrough.
yes!
And the final boss.
See, the final boss was one of the first things I knew about that Tingle game.
Oh yeah, that's the last thing I knew about it.
Oh my god.
It is... I was just going to say it.
Yeah, it's an old game that no one knows about, so...
It's a bullet hell boss.
It's a bullet hell boss in space, and you're flying around, and...
I mean, you saw the twist coming from a mile away.
Oh,
at the very beginning of the game, pretty much.
As soon as you start it up, it's pretty obvious who the villain is, but... Tingle!
I wish that game... Boom!
Boom, boom! Oh, what a game.
I wish that game came out west.
I actually... Because I have a DS chip. I played it when it first came out, and that was an adventure. I didn't get very far in it, because the money mechanics terrified me. Because he had the chat to help him with the numbers.
Yeah.
So that was like a nice thing, but like playing it the first time, you're like, how much for this? And you're like, I don't know. And then you're like 500, and like, that's too much. 200, that's too much. 5, and then like you lose all your money, and it's like so yeah.
I think it's more enjoyable if you follow a guide in that way.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Because just like the goofiness of it, I think is why you play
have you started watching the second game?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm finishing his playthrough of Bayonetta 1 first.
Okay. I've started to watch. Well, actually, right when I was going to watch his playthrough of Tingle 2, one of the YouTubers I follow did like a review style video on it. That game's different. Very different than the first one.
Oh yeah, because it's like
a point and click.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. I think just watching the two, I think I like the first one a bit better. But what a weird series of games.
Amazing series of games.
You know what? I like those games make me like Tingle a bit more. A bit. I still hate him.
He doesn't really have much characterization at all.
No, he really doesn't.
It's just the world he lives in is just so bizarre.
It's weird. Technically Zelda. Technically canon.
Oh god. Is that it?
I think that's it. We had a long week.
Oh yeah, because it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a long podcast.
Yep, for sure. Okay, so I think we're going to take a break now.
Yeah, I think so.
Grab a quick drink. Even if we have to take 2 breaks, one for after the news and then one after, that's fine. So we'll see you guys in a sec.
Bye.
And we are back. Now we can finally talk about the news.
The news.
Which is going to be mostly in reverse order of the week. Because the way it works is we just go on our sites and we browse backwards through the week. So it's mostly going to be in reverse order.
Think of it as like a time travel
machine. It's a bit of a time machine. Of course...
Get in, Morty.
Stop. God. Rick and Morty t-shirts are the single... I hate every single one. It's just like, I've turned into a Saiyan Rick or Morty. I'm a Kakarot. It's like, shut up. Shut up. If I see you wearing that in public, I will attack you. I will jump and plant both my feet on your chest and kick. Stop. Okay. It's April Fool's.
April Fools.
That's today. It's also Easter, but
Fortnite is my favorite game.
Okay, we were thinking of doing like of talking only about Fortnite and PUBG, but I'm gonna be
Fortnite.
very honest. I'm gonna be super honest. I would die if I did that. I couldn't. There's no way. But
Did you see the new guided missile launcher for Fortnite?
stop.
Did you know the servers?
Get out of my
The
house.
servers went down.
Get out of my house. I did a small April Fool's joke. Did you see it?
I always take your tweets as shit posts.
Well, no, but it wasn't a tweet. It was a YouTube.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
I put up a video saying I played a game, and I played a different one. It was pretty base. It was not. Well, it's funny because everyone's been excited for me.
God,
Yeah, I know.
spikes.
Don't clap. I've been getting ready to play Danganronpa V3 on my channel, but the art isn't done. So I decided to instead play Zero Escape, which is like a similar visual novel sort of experience. I'm gonna actually play through those games after though, so this was just like a little taste. Like, even though it was an April Fool's joke, it's not a "this is not gonna happen." It was a "here's a taste of something else," and then we'll get to it eventually. So
So to celebrate or commemorate April Fools, we will be going over the
just a couple of the April Fool's stuff that happened over this.
before we get in the ones
period.
listed here.
Yes.
There were 2 subreddits that did their thing that I follow.
Okay, which
The
ones?
Amiibo Canada one.
Yes.
When you open the page, it said, "Oh no, Bowser stole all the amiibo," and literally a few seconds later, there was this like April Fool's joke. I'm like, who would fall for that? And then I went to the amiibo subreddit. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? I felt like a real idiot. Then the other one was the Marvel Studios subreddit.
Yeah.
And it just everything's like covered in Hawkeye stuff.
Oh,
so when you like mouse over one of the links, it's like Hawkeye is the best Avenger.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know. I think our Steam became our Discord. There's a couple. Our Nintendo Switch became our NX. So it's all NX rumors, which is great. There's a couple of them that are fun. I think our Nintendo just opened up to allow anything to be posted, which is just fun.
There's a Nintendo music stream that I listen to every so now and again.
Yeah.
And they have like the dancing Nintendo characters, but they replace it with like Sans Undertale with like long legs, and Kirby with that like little like that satisfied meme face.
Oh, wonderful.
And then
wonderful.
Then Donkey Kong in the background is just shaking his head disappointedly.
It's great.
And then like every few songs were like these really shitposty songs, like Waylord singing or something. There's some people who legitimately hate April Fool's Day, and I'm like,
because I feel there's
you
people,
not fun? Like,
there are people who they see this and they're like, well, look at these companies making stuff that we actually want and saying, no, you're not going to get it. I'm like, that never happens. That's
a few times.
No,
one of these times they listed, I wish happened.
No, you want Eevee and Tekken. No. But like most of the time, it's stuff that like isn't something people really want.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff that, like, it's not, I've been asking for this for years and now you make fun of me.
I've always wanted a Lego vacuum.
Yeah, it's like, but it's like, most of this stuff is just funny little side stuff.
Yeah.
And
it's like, I get, like, you just can't take anything seriously that day.
Yeah.
It's like, just chill.
Just chill, man.
Yeah.
It's like the people who hate Halloween. It's like, screw off. Okay, so Final Fantasy 14 Go.
I saw this like yesterday, and I'm like,
well, yeah, because remember, Japan gets the next day, like hours early. So, we like April Fool's pretty much started because, especially in Japan, some of them were doing them Friday night in Japan because that's the last work day.
Yeah, I think that's when that went up.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 15 Go, or 14 Go, it's pretty much Pokemon Go by Final Fantasy. I feel like they struck while the iron was a little cold.
Yeah.
It's not really like Pokemon Go is still kind of big, but it's not.
You see it sometimes.
It's not as big as it once
Not
was.
nearly.
I feel like they missed the chance on missed the boat on that by about a year.
That summer we came close to world peace.
Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon Go added in sprites for the Pokemon. So you see them now in their little 2D sprites, which move, which is great. Here's the thing, though. The reaction from, like, soccer moms was amazing. They were like, what's wrong with my Pokemon game? Why are all the graphics changed for stuff that 5-year-olds drew? And I'm like, what? Like, this is good pixel art. And you're like this? What? And like they're so mad. They think the 3D models were so superior. And then of course you have the real gamers asking to them to keep that in as a real mode.
Nice.
Which is like, yeah, like for stuff like this where they reveal like an actual thing in the game as a thing, I like it when they allow it to stay. That's always nice. I mean, heck, the fighting game, like one of the fighting game characters for Skullgirls was an April Fool's joke that they turned into a real character.
Well, the same thing they did with Google Maps and Pokemon. That became Pokemon Go.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff where it's like I like it when they keep, if they make something, they look at Fighting EX Layer. It was just an April Fool's joke, and then they're surprised the game's super real. Oh God, I remember that. That was last year.
Yeah,
where they were just out of nowhere. They're like, hey, look, we made our own fighting game. People were like, oh, what a funny trailer. And then there was tweets like, no, I'm at this event in LA and it's on the screen and we're playing it. And people were like, no, what? And they're like, and this dude's like posting like iPhone combo videos and people were like, what's happening? That was the best. That was the best April Fool's thing ever.
Another thing with Pokemon, they switched their Twitter to Team Rocket.
Yeah, that's kind of it's cute, but not amazing.
They kind of like tweeted stuff and like, oh, who's the best like Team Rocket Pokemon? And it's like, I like the ones that like change.
Yeah.
Instead of it's just like a simple joke, they actually like commit to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon again, we had the confirmation that
this is my favorite one.
The next character for Tekken 7 is going to be a giant Eevee plush. And it looks like crappily photoshopped next to Hayate. And like, so the best thing is, it's not even just the Tekken Twitter that was posting this. It was the Japanese Pokemon Twitter, which is great. So like, that was a cute one. Yacht Club Games said, hey, we've had people asking for Shovel Knight 64 and we're proud to announce we're making it. But here's the thing. The joke was that they made a version of it for the Commodore 64 and not the Nintendo 64. So that's funny.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes. And it reminded me of how garbage the Commodore 64 was. What a terrible console that people love for some reason.
They like made like a whole page of it too.
Yeah, I think people only love it because it's one of those PC consoles. Like it was half PC, half
PC
console.
Master Race.
Yeah, but it was the reason. Stop. The reason that it was loved so much is because in good old Europe, when the video game crash happened here, they never had a video game crash because they got like 1 million like computer consoles, like the ZX Spectrum or the Amstrad. Like you've never heard of these, I'm sure, right?
No.
Yeah. They're all terrible. Like I don't know why people have such memories. Like I look at videos of the games for it. They're like they make Atari games look advanced. They're really bad. But yeah, Commodore 64. Capcom had 2. For Mega Man, they had Date My Robot Master, a new Mega Man game where it is a dating sim where you date 8 robot masters. It's cute. I actually would play that. In Japan, I didn't write this down, but they did fake robot masters for Mega Man 11, and one of them was like a Pop Team Epic character. It was really good. Like, there's a bunch of them. It's like, there's like Invisible Man and Spike Room Man, and like, so like, it's like fun stuff like that. The Street Fighter website went all in and made a Hearthstone game called Hado Stone, which had a whole backstory, a playable demo on the site, and if you win against the computer, this is a programmed game, if you win against the computer, you unlock body pillows of Ed from Street
Oh my
Fighter
God.
5. So that was good. That's a great one. Capcom loves to go in on it, and they have fun because they really go in.
Any other ones that
That's
mind?
about it, really.
Any that you've seen scattered on the internet?
A lot of people saying I'm no longer making YouTube videos as jokes, which isn't that funny.
Did you? I haven't watched it yet, but did you watch the Ralph's?
I skipped through it because
I didn't watch it yet.
I wanted to see if he actually did a Let's Play, and the answer is there is no actual Let's Play in it. So I was like, what's he going to play? So I skipped through to see if there would be something, and I didn't. It was like a movie, which is probably the better thing, because he's a good movie maker. We're talking about Ralph the Movie Maker, by the way.
Please go watch his videos. He's really good.
He's a really good, like, his reviews are good.
And his, like, ones where he just trashes movies are just awesome.
They're really good. Okay, so on to the other news.
Actual news.
Actual news now. This stuff is not fake. This is all confirmed real. The Good Life is back.
What's that?
You don't know The Good Life?
No.
Okay, do you know who Suiri is?
No.
Okay, so Suiri is a Japanese game developer. He's made games such as D4.
Nope.
He's made games such as Deadly Premonition.
Rings a bell.
Okay, his games are weird. He is kind of like Yoko Taro in that his games are... He's like a Suda 51 Yoko Taro, not Kojima, Hideki Kamiya, like sort of... He's an auteur. He definitely puts his own touch in his games. And his games are weird in a charming way. He has announced, so he originally put up this game, The Good Life, which is kind of like, it looks like kind of a papercraft looking game graphically, but it's basically an Animal Crossing game, but you're humans. And you go to a town and you have to solve a murder mystery. And it looks really cute and charming. Here's the gimmicks. At night, everyone turns into cats.
What?
Like, just cats. Like, not cat people, cats. Menstruation is a game mechanic where you need to not only buy tampons, but your mood changes depending on the day of the month.
Hell?
But that's like such a cool mechanic that like never is thought of. And it's like basically Animal Crossing meets a murder mystery.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's up on, so it was up on Fig, which is like a Kickstarter, but you actually can buy shares of the game company. And so you can get a lot of extra stuff. What?
This is valid.
Oh, right. May comes after April. Never mind. We're talking about coupons. So it doesn't matter. What was I even saying? Oh, right. It was on Fig. So the difference with Fig from Kickstarter is that you can, like when you can bid, okay, $30, you get the game. But if you go up into like the 500, 1,000, you actually get shares of the game where once it sells, after it's made and it sells a lot, you will get profits off of it. So it's an investment thing also. That scared away gamers. No one backed it. Like, that got no backing. I went and actually backed it because I'm like, I want this game to be made, but like, it didn't get backed pretty much. It's on Kickstarter now. The goal is a lot lower, and it's actually looking to meet its goal. It's looking pretty good. I think the last time I checked, it was about at 30% at about 2 days in, which is pretty good. 30%. Yeah. It's right there. This game looks great. It's already confirmed for PS4. Go take a look at it. Please back it. He's such a cool game author, and he needs this. This game looks so interesting. And I think if you bid enough, you can get a special edition of the game that has characters turn into dogs instead, which is like weird. But he's all about the weird stuff. So,
and relating to Kickstarter, it's another news thing, but Chicken Wiggle got backed for the Switch the other day.
Oh, nice. I will say that game, it's made by the Mutant Mudds guys, right?
Yeah.
God, they have picked the worst name for a game ever. That name makes me want to avoid it. Like, the game looks cool.
Chicken Wiggle?
Chicken Wiggle is it sounds like a $5 eShop, like,
I guess it does.
shovelware thing. It sounds like a kid's matching game for the PS2. It's a bad name.
But it's like...
They should have called it like Tembo the Badass Chicken or something. Like, come on.
It has a big single player mode and has the level maker too.
Yes, no,
and
like it...
It's going to be on a system that does have Mario Maker on it, so...
It looks like a good game. Yeah. But man, is that the worst title for a game ever. So, but I'm glad they made it, actually, yeah.
The main guy, Jules, he's a really cool guy, so
Yeah.
I like to back his stuff.
For sure. Yeah. No, for sure. Speaking of games on the Switch, Fight of Gods is coming to the Switch. Do you know about this game?
I do know about this game.
You can punch Jesus in the face, and of course it was announced on Easter. This game is super jank, but that's the fun of it. It's like a super janky fighting game. It's kind of weird though, because Nintendo during the Wii U era blocked Binding of Isaac from being on the Nintendo systems because they were worried about it being too controversial in terms of religion.
And now?
Punch Jesus.
Very different Nintendo.
Very different Nintendo. Speaking of fighting games, we got some new info for Fighting EX Layer. You were going to say something?
No, never mind.
Okay. Fighting EX Slayer, they showed off actually 2 new characters, which is interesting because every character that has been shown off has been a character from either the Fighting Layer games or Street Fighter EX. So like they were pre-done characters. 2 new ones, Sanane, who's kind of like a sports girl, and then Hayate, who is totally not Hayato from Capcom games. There's no way. What are you talking about? It's super different. And they showed designs off for 3 more characters. Aria, who's like a roller skating girl with a big mecha arm. Volcano Rosso, who looks kind of like Maxi from Soul Calibur, is kind of a pompadour dude. And then the best character ever, Pullum. She's super cute. She's the best. But they are going to be DLC, but they say only if the game sells enough in the first month. So if you were excited for Fighting EX Slayer, don't wait, because if you're not, it won't get supported. So that's an interesting way of being very upfront about support it or we won't. So that's good. Bloodstained got its voice cast announced. So I'm just going to go by character names because that's what you know. Futaba is going to be the main character.
Cool.
Solid Snake, David Hayter, is going to be the bad guy.
That's awesome.
Xander Mombus, the Smash announcer, is going to be, and Joker, is going to be another one of the characters. So they have a really good voice cast going into this. Like, that's a really good voice cast. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still looking forward to that. I did change my backing for that game to be the Switch version. Because I thought, graphically, it will look utterly amazing on the PS4. Playing that portably, especially because they're adding in... So the base... The way they're doing it in Shovel Knight style. Base game, and then all the stretch goals are going to be free updates later.
Oh, okay.
Which is the best way to do a game. They're going to add in a roguelike mode. Where it is going to be... Like the normal mode right now is set castle... Metroidvania. It's you go in, go different places, get powers to open up new areas. It's a set castle. They're going to add in a classic Vania mode, which is a left to right side scroller. No exploring, but, use your skills to get through it. And then they're going to add in a full roguelike. Castle is randomized every time. Like, this game's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for that. You should look into it. You really should. It looks really good. It's really good. I know you have nothing with Castlevania. You should watch the Castlevania show on Netflix, though. It's really good.
Okay.
You should. Another game that was announced for, this is a localization, Dragon Quest XI. They're going really all in on in the West. So it's getting not only physical releases, except the 3DS version, which is not getting a release at all. They're all getting like full English voiceover, full English, what do I say? Like physical release with like special editions, and like they're really going all in. The only problem is, like I said, the 3DS version ain't coming out here, and the Switch version is coming, as they say, much later. That kind of sucks. But do you know why not getting the 3DS version actually kind of sucks?
Why?
It's an entirely different game. And guess what? It's Super Nintendo style. The main game is actually, let me explain. So like the main game is a full 3D game with it's like an HD RPG. The 3DS version has a gimmick where on the top screen, the game is presented in Super Nintendo's... Oh, no, top screen of the game is... The bottom screen, the game is presented in Super Nintendo style. The top screen, the game is kind of like in a DS era 3D sort of thing, where it's like kind of like PlayStation 1-ish 3D looking like retro sort of thing. and you can then, once you play the game, then you can pick any time to switch the game between 3D and SNES pixel art. It's like, that's a really cool gimmick, and we're not getting it. So that kind of sucks. But they're going in all in on the HD version, so. But I am not a big fan of Dragon Quest.
Me neither.
It's the biggest RPG ever in Japan, to the point of changing legislation. Do you know why games always release on a Friday?
Yep, I do.
Because of Dragon Quest. Because literally people would buy Dragon Quest and then not work in the week. So now big games have to release on a Friday. Sonic Mania Adventures. The first episode came out. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch. It's really good.
Okay.
So it's the animated series for Sonic Mania. It actually starts at the end of Sonic Forces.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is really cool. And it's like Looney Tunes style silent cartoon kind of.
Really?
Like, yeah, so it's like when I say silent, there's no dialogue. There's music, but there's no dialogue.
Oh, okay.
And it's all physical comedy and like just really good stuff. Tyson Hess does an amazing job. Blazblue Cross Tag Battle, the game with all that gosh dang DLC, actually is in English. I'm surprised. I didn't think it would actually get a full English dub, and it totally did, including giving English voices to characters who've never had one before. So that's kind of cool. It has some really good interactions between characters, like even like cross-company characters talking to each other in like a really, like not just crossover, but like integrating into each other way. So hearing, you know, the BlazBlue characters talk about personas and hearing the Ruby characters talk about whatever the hell Under Night in Birth is about. I don't know that one. So it's actually looking pretty cool, but man, such a shame about that DLC. Having half the roster be DLC.
Yeah, that sucks.
Though I like, so what they said though is like, and I kind of just wish they phrased it another way, because basically it's going to be like a $40 game, and then the $20 will get you the other half of the roster. So they're kind of saying like, you know, we have a half-done game, and then like the other half will come, and then it will be full price. But I don't know, just the way they presented it was so scummy to me, and I hate it. But the game actually looks pretty cool, because it has like a story with the Persona characters, and it's probably going to be canon, which makes me mad. And I hate BlazBlue characters. They're so stupid.
Remember I beat you in BlazBlue?
Yes. Yes.
You got mad?
Yes, because BlazBlue is so stupid. Speaking of fighting games, again...
That's stupid. No, just kidding.
No, stop. Best genre. 2 more characters are joining My Hero Academia. One's Justice, Eraserhead, whose quirk, so his gimmick, is that he can erase other characters' powers. That
you told me
will
about
be interesting. This is how we see how he goes. And the one everyone wanted and was like, but this character, he needs to be, and he's so cool. The villain killer Stain, who looks like a 90s Image Comics character. Like, he looks like a Spawn or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles character. He's so cool. So that's gonna be good. I think that game was announced for the West. I'm pretty sure. Even if not, I'm getting it because it looks really fun. One thing I will say, licensed games for the West, I'm like, licensed games for Japan, I'm like, buckle me in. I love them. Like, they're like, all of them are so fun. Like, they put in way more effort into them than they should. Even if they're not like for the fighters, they're not competitive. There's still so much love put in them. You can't hate them. So
Fair.
I love that. Okay, here's one you can take while I take a drink.
Let's actually save the Nintendo stuff for the last.
Oh, fine.
Sorry. Attack on Titan 2 has a Predator mode.
Yes. Do you know anything about this? Okay. It's adding an online versus mode where one player will actually play as a Titan.
Oh.
And you get to go around and eat as many people as you can while the other players try and stop you.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's such a cool idea for a mode. Eating higher class people gives you more points. Poor peasants, not much. the aristocrats. There you go.
That's some good stuff. Finally, some good food.
Right? Yeah. Like, so that's definitely a cool idea for a mode. They just said it's coming in a free update, so like that's nice. Like this came out of nowhere. So like it was quite nice. Darkstalkers costumes are coming to Street Fighter V, and boy, geez, do they look good.
This is in all caps, followed with an ah.
Yes, because literally, yeah, you maxed that out. Literally, because they look so good. And they're not just picking, Morgan, Jeddah, Felicia. They're not picking the common characters. They're going in. You got Lilith as Jury, who looks so good. People were complaining that they made her chest flat, though. But here's the thing. That is the defining feature of Lilith. Because literally, let's take away, like, Morgan's bad side and put her as a separate character, and she has no chest at all, because she's meant to be a hermaphrodite character, which is kind of cool. But it's like, so Jury is that costume looks so good. For what's his face, Urian, you got Donovan, so he's the guy with the sword, and he looks super cool. He just looks great. And for Minette, you have a really deep pull. You have one of the girl mummies who appears in one of Anarchus's supers. So like that's a deep pull. Yeah, but it looks obscure. Like it looks super perfect. And her ball gets replaced with one of Anarchus's attacks. It's like it's really cool. So that's great. Okay, God Eater 3 was announced. Do you know anything about God Eater?
I saw an ad a long time ago.
Yes.
In a magazine. I don't know if it's the same game, but it's like a fist going through a guy's head.
That's God Hand.
God Hand, okay.
That's God Hand.
I get the two mixed up.
They are incredibly different. So God Eater was basically when Monster Hunter left PlayStation.
Yes, you told me about this.
This was the game series that was, hey, you guys want to hunt monsters? Well, check out God Eater. So this is pretty much a Monster Hunter style game, except it's way more over the top. Instead of monsters, you fight basically gods.
Would you say it's a competitor to Monster Hunter?
Yes, it is the exact same.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like way more over the top, and some people prefer it.
So, as a comparison, it's the Saints Row to Monster Hunter's GTA.
Yeah, that's pretty much perfect.
Okay.
Except instead of going cartoony Western humor, go more crazy over the top anime, taking your sword and like spinning down a monster, but it's like with a great sword.
It's just more like,
and it's
lighthearted.
It's called God Eater because literally one of the functions of your sword is it can eat stuff. So like you punch your sword into the monster and your sword will like open up and chomp into them.
My God.
So like, yeah, it's like it's ridiculous. So God Eater 3 was announced. I think you can get God Eater 1 and 2, which are like PSP games in HD on the PS4 already, so that's kind of cool. So that's nice. I'm happy about that.
What is any release date?
Nope. No? It just got announced for both Japan and the West.
Okay.
So like that was a simultaneous thing. Okay, going down to the more not Nintendo news as we'll get all that together.
Last piece of
non-Nintendo.
Hype.
Persona 3 and 5 DLCs have been announced, including for Persona 3, Shinjiro from Persona 3, because he's kind of like a temporary party member. He's not like a full party member. Theodore from Persona 3, who is so when you play Persona 3 Portable, the PSP version, you can choose to play as a girl, and that will replace the female Velvet Room attendant with her brother, Theodore. So Theodore's in it. Okay. He's canon. The female main character for Persona 3 is not. And Sho Minazuki from the Persona 4 Arena games. They are DLC for the 3. And Goro, Akechi, Lavenza, and Labris from also Persona.
Nice big old slap of a spoiler on right there.
Not if you don't know who she is.
Fair.
So, I mean, if you just...
Who's Labris? I've never...
Okay, so Labris is... remember when we played the Persona 4 fighting game? She was the girl with, like, the giant bull persona who's always out. She's, like, the robot girl with the big axe. Like, blue ponytail. She's another fighting game, OC.
Oh, okay.
Except she's not actually an OC. She apparently appeared in, like, one of the audio dramas. Okay.
Weird.
One thing I
That's a deep pull.
Okay, one thing I will say. If you get into Japanese games, prepare to hear the word audio drama a lot. Because they love to just say, oh yeah, no, we made the sequel to this game, but it is an audio book that you listen to. They do that a lot.
Huh.
There are audio drama sequels to a lot of stuff, and none of them ever get translated. Except for the Final Fantasy X-3 one. But that one was bad. So... All right. That's
before
it.
we move on,
Okay.
does this mean the main cast is done? Like, no more main cast, like base
Oh,
game
no.
characters?
They could definitely add more.
Okay.
Oh, like base game? Yeah, I think base game's done.
Okay.
But there will probably be more.
Do you think we'll see the villains at all?
Well, they put the villain in Persona 4, so...
Because I want to dance as Shido.
You want to dance as Shido? Are you serious? I kind of do too. No, it's definitely possible. They probably are keeping it until later, though.
You know what else we need?
Huh.
We need a goddamn Western release date.
Oh, it'll come. It'll come.
When?
Probably E3.
I hope.
No, like, I mean, because the Persona 4 dancing game, we waited a while for also because it's a lot of dialogue to translate.
I know. I know what Persona fans feel now.
Oh, you think that's bad? Oh boy, you don't even know. Now Persona's mainstream. You don't know what it was like during the ages of 3 and 4. Then again, I don't either, because I wasn't a fan then. But now I am.
All right, now on to the last chunk of news, which is Nintendo related.
Hit it up while I take a drink.
All right, so Super Mario Odyssey just randomly got 2 costumes.
Just super randomly.
Yeah, just not even like update. It's just
No, it just...
all of a sudden in.
Boop.
It must have been in the files.
Yeah, it must have been and then just time released.
Yeah. One of them is just a baseball outfit, nothing too special, unless it's a reference to something.
I think it's a reference to an old TV ad in Japan.
Okay, and then the other one is like cello.
Ooh, you don't know about the Satellaview?
Satellaview. I know the descriptions of what they had, and they're really dark.
But do you know what the Satellaview is?
Not exactly, no.
So it was literally, it was a service where you would attach it to your Super Nintendo, and you would download games from the internet on your Super Nintendo.
Oh.
So it had games such as BS Zelda, which stand for broadband Satellaview or whatever, where you would play through an SNES remake of Zelda 1, which was crazy. Like, that's a remake of an NES game, like redone. But you'd play it through as your avatar you made for the Satellaview.
That's cool.
Like, this was on the Super Nintendo.
Huh.
They had the exact same thing for Link to the Past. There was a bunch of exclusive games for it that, like, never were released any other way. Another one was Mega Man The Wily Wars, which was a Super Nintendo remake of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 in a package. Also, they then went and made an extra, like, 4th mode for it, where you use and fight, use weapons from 1, 2, and 3 all together in one game, which is crazy, and fight unique bosses. So, like, there was a lot of really cool stuff on that, which just now is not at all legally able to be got. But repro cartridges are...
Cartridges?
Let me try that again. Repro cartridges exist where people have taken those games, which weren't even on cartridge. Like, you would plug this into your Super Nintendo, and they put them on, translated into English onto cartridges for you to buy for your systems. So, like, they exist now, but, like, for a while it was like, what do you do when a game is broad... And these games were literally broadcast. So, like, it would be during, 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you can play an hour of BS Zelda. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, you could play an hour of Mega Man. And 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it's bedtime. Kids don't play games anymore. We're not broadcasting anymore. Come back tomorrow morning at 7 to play another hour of another game.
That's cool.
So, it was a really interesting service. So this was the Mario used in commercials for it.
It's really cool how deep cut they go.
It's a
with
deep
these.
cut.
Have you seen the descriptions for the costume though?
Yes. Yeah, I like
it's
it.
Pretty dark.
Yeah, no, I like it. It's
what the future used to look like.
Yeah, well, because it's like that's what they thought the future would be. Like,
but if you look at it in a different light, it's like how we screwed ourselves over.
What? Okay, no, I didn't get that.
No, that's like the darker view of it.
I looked at that and I just read like, this is what we imagined in the 80s that the future would look like.
Well, like when you were like a kid, you were like, oh, there's going to be like flying cars and these super tall, like weird shaped skyscrapers and people in astronaut suits, but now it's like doesn't look.
I think you're looking a little deep into it.
I know, but I like that.
Fair enough. I just like how deep of a cut it is. Like,
yeah.
But then this showed like the true Nintendo fans from the noobs were like, "What's this to tell of you?" And then all of us, horrible mangled nerds crawl on the ground like, "Well, actually," it's so yeah, that's wonderful.
Nintendo. Next story.
Yep.
Nintendo has filed a few patents. One in particular is quite interesting.
Yes.
Because all of the other patents were games that we knew about, like
Splatoon 2 Octo expansion.
Yeah.
And a couple more that were like stuff we knew.
Yeah. But one, which was Wario Land.
Yes. Part of me wants to say this is just them repatenting it so that they own it again.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that like it was in with a load of other stuff that wasn't just being renewed. It was like new additions.
I could see this being an E3.
I could see this, yeah.
Did you play the Wii version?
Nope.
It was actually pretty fun.
Oh, I love the graphics for it, but I never played it. The last Wario Land game though was I think Masters of Disguise on the DS.
Yeah,
I think that was the last one.
I like that one too.
So it's been a hot minute since we've actually been able to play a Wario Land game. I don't love the Wario Land games.
Really?
I think like I played both Wario Land 3 and 4, which there are literal books on how Wario Land 4 is the greatest designed video game of all time.
Really?
Like I'm serious. There are books on using Wario Land 4 as an example of perfect game design and how it's like perfectly encapsulated everything about how gaming should be. I played that game and I'm like, I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Fair.
So it's another like Yoshi scenario for me where I'm like, that's cool. I really don't care.
That's the thing I've been seeing. Like, you're not into these more like niche. They're not like niche as in Chibi Robo and F-Zero, but they're like in the little middle.
I'm into Chibi Robo, F-Zero, Fire Emblem.
But like stuff that's like almost like a step down from like the really popular stuff like Yoshi and Wario. Because I also dig. Do you like Rhythm Heaven?
I love Rhythm Heaven.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I love Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
I actually love WarioWare too. Like
WarioWare is good, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, the platformers, the more like chill platformers I really dig.
I do not consider Wario Land a chill platformer. That game is too stressful.
I was thinking of Yoshi at the time.
Yeah, no, even Yoshi with Baby Mario crying. It's like, you touch something and there goes Baby Mario crying and you're like, I guess that baby is going to die.
Thanks for completely unraveling my comment.
You're welcome.
You want to talk about some Smash?
Oh, do I? So
recently, Nintendo has announced their plans for E3, particularly the tournament stuff.
Yes,
we're getting a Splatoon 2 tournament.
Yay!
I like the design. It's like
I will say I did watch the ARMS US and Canada finals. That was pretty hype. Interestingly, though, that was a finals that was done with all the competitors in their own homes.
Really?
Yeah, it was technically an online tournament, but there were people there commenting on it and watching the online matches. So it was really interesting.
Was that the thing that they advertised on the direct? Okay.
Yeah. And that's why I watched it. I'm like, they might. All I thought is like all they need at the end is a quick like do Smash logo.
Before we dive into Smash, we are seeing nothing of this game until E3.
Yeah, no, for sure. This was the only thing that I said there is a chance because it was advertised in the direct right before Smash.
Fair.
So,
but the other tournament thing going on is the Smash Bros. Switch Invitational. So, which just means we're going to be. I know it's obvious we're going to see this game at E3, but it's just like the thought.
So, well, no, this does confirm that not only will he see it at E3, we are going to get at least, I'm going to say 16 characters. We're going to get, if this is a brand new Smash, we're going to get a lot of stuff confirmed here.
Yes.
If it is Smash 4.5, which is still possible.
It's still possible.
Then, for all we know, this could just be, here's all of Smash 4, and we're going to have some new additions added for the tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see. They did confirm that it is They're going to bring in players from not just Smash 4, but Melee players, Smash 64 players, and some internet personalities. D1 has not been confirmed yet.
Yikes.
Which I'm...
Have you seen, like, the feuds between Etika and, like, Game Explain?
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see who gets brought on for commentating. It's going to be interesting to see... Because, I mean, nothing will ever top the Super Fighting Robot Mega Man from the Invitational. That made me tear up. That was the hypest moment in my gaming career. So it's gonna be to see what they do.
You know what's unbelievably exciting?
Huh?
We're seeing this game in 2 months.
Yeah, man.
Less than 2 months.
It's gonna be great.
No, 2 months and like 10 days.
Yep.
I'm not counting down.
I am. Every single moment of my life.
But it's just like this game's gonna be playable.
Well, for people there.
Yeah, but still, like when
it's
they
coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like
it's just weird. I was like, usually like Smash hype trains are like really long and like.
This one is definitely done a lot in secret, which I think is going to make it even crazier.
It'd be insane.
It's a shorter train, but it's a faster train.
But you know, it'd be insane if they didn't show any of this game until that tournament.
That's what it's going to be.
Oh, that's going to be so hype.
It's going to... Well, okay. It's going to be
the character select screen. Oh my god.
Well, no, we're going to see a big trailer at the E3
probably.
presentation.
They'll do their like showcase.
Yeah. So that's going to be good.
What another wild idea. What if they do Smash 4 on Switch and a Smash 5?
Okay, no, I don't. I think we're going a little far.
Okay. Something else that's Smash related, not as big as news.
Yes.
Phil Spencer has reconfirmed that he does want Banjo at Smash still.
Yes.
But I do not think Sakurai wants to advertise a separate IP that's not a Nintendo system.
You say that, but Cloud.
But Cloud's older. He's
It's
not
true.
he's.
Well, I would argue that Banjo-Kazooie have way more influence on Nintendo's history than...
I get. Well, it's like any discussion you have with Smash with potential newcomers, it's just like, go back to Cloud.
True. Well, no, but then when people say, oh, now that Cloud's in, we can get characters from any video game, even if they're not on a Nintendo platform, it's like, no. Final Fantasy for 1 through 6 is intrinsically tied to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, that's a franchise thing.
And it's almost like Smash 4 was more of a celebration of like a ton of video games as a whole.
I would still argue it's still all Nintendo. Like
majority Nintendo, but
even
the third party scene.
Even the third party, they're all characters who, if they weren't made on Nintendo, that was where they got big. You know?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Ryu. Everyone played Street Fighter 2 on their Super Nintendo because you can't play that on arcades at home. No. You know, Final Fantasy 1 through 6, all Nintendo. There's a bunch of Game Boy games too. Legends 1 through 3. Bayonetta, even though it was on Xbox and PlayStation, it wasn't until Nintendo picked it up that it got a sequel and it got a bunch of sales and like it reinvigorated the series. So like, and then Mega Man, it's like, yeah, again, that's mostly Nintendo. Pac-Man, a little bit less, but
the Pac-Man World games on GameCube and all that.
You had Pac-Man on Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I don't think there was one on an N64 because he was on Pac-Man World 1 at the time. But then 2 and 3 were on GameCube. You have, Super Pac-Man, you have Pac-Man Fever, you have Pac-Man Kart, and then that's just like Namco Bandai because they're on the game. Yeah.
But yeah, God, I can't wait.
That's going to be good. Oh my god, did you see the Marcus thing though?
Oh, I did.
Oh my god. I
unfollowed him that day.
So hard. Wait, you were following him?
I was following for a bit.
Oh my god, he's the worst. Nothing he said was real.
Some of it was.
Yeah, but everything he said that was real was from other people that already said it before him.
Fair.
Oh, it's such a huge joke. I can't believe that.
Jebaited
so hard. Oh man, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Marcus tweet Smash. I'm sure it'll come up.
Yeah. Finally.
This
few days after the Sunday, the last Sunday, or a few days after the last podcast we had.
Yes.
The Nindies Direct. I get more excited for these like every time they come around.
I will say I don't think it lived up to my expectations because there was a lot of games that were already confirmed that I wanted new info from, and instead it was all confirmations of other things, which is equally as good, but there was a lot there that I'm like, oh man, I wished I saw, Indivisible, Bloodstained, Shovel Knight, like all those where I wanted to see updates on them. But
when you switch focus to like just like looking at new games,
yes,
these games look awesome.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's something for everyone here.
So we're going to talk about like 5 of them.
Yep, 5 of the ones that two for me, 3 for you, or well, 4 for you, kind of. So
yeah, 4 for me. First game, Garage. If you remember this one,
this was the top-down one, right?
Yeah, it's like Hotline Miami with zombies.
Okay, I just got to say, straight up, my least favorite perspective in a video game is the Hotline Miami perspective. I hate it.
Really?
I hate it. But go on.
It just looks super hardcore, and he even said like this. You can't show some of this stuff.
Yeah.
In this direct, so go watch the trailer. I don't know many details about it, but it just looks like.
Well, you like them Zambos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just cut off my thought. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It just looks more in depth, like customization and like the weapons and like I think of it as like Hotline Miami but zombies.
Yep.
So like the mechanics from Hotline Miami are kind of molded into more of a customizable type thing.
Fair enough.
Second game, which I think is my favorite game out of the
actually now that because when I first read Pool Panic, I'm trying to think what games involved swimming, but then I remembered oh right, this one was super cool.
Yeah, it's an Adult Swim game.
Which, oh god, they're so good.
It's such a unique idea. It's like
it's a pool adventure game, kind of.
And like you can walk around, but you can also like attack using
It's so interesting. It's such a neat idea for a game, and I'm like, who thought of this? Give them a raise.
Have you watched like some of the gameplay of it?
I just watched what was in the direct.
There's like Russian dolls that like the balls popped out of.
Oh yeah.
And then you have to like defeat them, like the core of them, before they put themselves back together.
All right.
And there's like bear balls too. You go into a cabin, and then there's like this guy who's getting attacked by bears, and you got to like sink him into the holes. And it's just like it's such a neat idea.
It's pretty good.
That's why I love Nindies so much.
Oh yeah, there's neat ideas.
Yeah. Third game. You want to take this one?
Nope.
No. Okay. Bomb Chicken. What I think out of the 5 is my like least looked other than Fantasy Strike, but that's yours.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 of me, Bomb Chicken. I think it's mostly the art style.
Oh, it has a great art style. Yeah.
That's the part I don't like.
Really, I liked it.
I like the bomb part.
Yeah, you lay bombs and that can make platforms and attack
but you
enemies.
can also bombs can also kill you.
Yeah. Oh
so you
yeah.
gotta be careful. Not much to say about that. It looks good.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Fantasy Strike. Do you know anything about it?
I've only the stuff from the direct.
Okay, so what is your what genre would you say it is?
It's like kind of a really like what was that game? Dive Kick. It reminds me of Dive Kick, but like
okay, so you're close. So it is a fighting game.
Okay.
It is a traditional style fighting game in the way that you can walk around and you have a life bar. But here's where the differences are. Your life bar is not a life bar traditionally with like health.
It's like
you have 7 hits before you die.
Yeah.
The other difference is that it does not have any motions at all. It is all Smash Bros style direction and button.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So it is very simplified, and every character plays like a different fighting game character. You got a character who fights like a Street Fighter. You got a character who fights like a JoJo character with a stand. You got all sorts of different genres of characters and how they play, right? But the whole thing is it's all about, and it's actually based on, so Fantasy Strike is actually based on a card game that someone made called Yomi. And Yomi is the idea in fighting games of getting into your opponent's head and reading their moves. So it's a strategic fighting game.
Okay.
You need to think about, if my opponent does this, I need to do this.
Okay.
And so it's all about, it's like a mind game. It's trying to figure out what is your opponent going to do and how can I avoid their attack and counterattack while avoiding their kind of avoidance and counter if they do it, What if if I duck here, if I jump here, what am I doing? So it's a very interesting fighting game for that. I did get a code for it on PC, but my computer can barely play it, so that sucks. But it's very interesting. And as a concept on the Switch, it's fun. It's a fun game.
The character designs look really unique, and
some of them are really good and some of them are really not. But
the only two that come to mind is the panda and the paint.
The paint girl is wonderful. She's great. Yeah. It's an interesting fighting game and definitely one that I want to pick up on a console. So the fact it's on the Switch is, hey, good enough for me.
Awesome.
And that's actually one that I would say, like, having Joy-Cons to play, that'd be fine because it is it's 2 buttons. You got a regular and special, and I think a super button too. So it's like you have 3 buttons, you move, and that's it. So that's a good one.
Final game.
Ooh, this game I'm excited for.
I had literally zero interest when I saw it initially.
What?
And then like I looked more into it, and it looks really cool.
So it's the Messenger.
Yeah, the Messenger.
People have been calling this gaming generation's Shovel Knight.
Really?
Yes. Because it is similarly a pixel style game, but it's not like held back by the pixels. It uses that as just an art style. But the cool mechanic is that you can go forward and back in time. Back in time looks like an NES game. Forward in time looks like a Super Nintendo game.
That's so cool.
It's a cool gimmick. It plays like Ninja Gaiden, where you're jumping around like a ninja, doing crazy tricks, wall jumps, and all that. Let's be honest here. We all know what the third act surprise is going to be. 64-bit.
Oh, dude.
It has to be. But it just looks like a super solid platformer. This was a game I heard big rumblings about even before this direct. Like, people were talking about this on trade shows and stuff, saying like this game is going to be awesome. And confirmation that it is not only Switch exclusive for a while. Like, it's Switch exclusive. That's the only thing. It's going to be Switch exclusive for a while.
Okay.
So that's cool.
That's cool.
That's going to be a lot of fun, and that's the one I'm looking forward to the most out of all these. There's also Banner Saga 1, 2, and 3, but I don't care about those.
No, that was like the big announcement of
that was the
direct.
big, well, because that game is big.
Fair
People
enough.
love it. I don't.
Me neither.
Mostly because they're like, it's like Game of Thrones, and I'm like, more like, I am bored. So
Is that it?
that's about it. And honestly, I had an idea for the main topic, but I'm going to be very honest. I think a 2-hour podcast of our weeks in the news is...
That was the April Fool's joke.
That was... Whoa! Debated! So, yeah, that was a lot.
I guess our main topic was our week.
Yeah, pretty much. We
don't want to talk your ear off too much.
Nope, for sure not. I think maybe next week it might be another good time for some more Q&A.
Marvel's next week, though.
What's next week?
Marvel.
Oh,
Phase
right.
2,
Phase 2,
'cause
right.
we're
Never
watching
mind.
Ant-Man.
We're watching Ant-Man. You're super right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Week after
after.
that, if nothing else comes up,
Yes.
I think that'd be a good time for Q&A.
Number 2.
Number 2, dose. So we'll put out everything on, our Twitter, put it out on the social medias, the Discord, I'll put it out on the YouTube announcements that like no one except me uses.
Let's get more questions.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we'll get a decent amount this time because
Yeah.
more people are listening, and now that we're on every sort of storefront, so that'll be good. So thank you all for listening.
Happy April Fool's / Easter.
Yes, have a good April. That's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. I'm gonna be 23 years old. Sorry. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.